My dear little ones, welcome to Bedtime Stories by Aunty Vibhudhi. How are you doing today? I do hope that you all have had a wonderful day and are now tucked into your warm beds and ready for our bedtime story today, which is called The Three Wise Daughters. An old couple had 3 daughters. They all grew up to be fine young ladies. And the old couple were very proud of their daughters. One day, the father found his wife lost in thought. "What is bothering you, my dear wife?" he asked. The wife smiled and said, "Our daughters are extremely beautiful, obedient, and hard-working, don't you think? And I am most pleased with all of them. Yet I do sometimes wonder who is the most intelligent of them all." "Well," said the old man with a broad smile, "we can easily find that out." Early one morning, he called all his daughters together and he gave them something to do that would show that they are intelligent girls. He told them, "I want each of you to fill an entire room with any substance you choose." And he added, "But remember, the whole room must be filled with this one substance. The one who finishes the quickest will get a reward." The daughters agreed to carry out this task. The father then asked his daughters, "So, how many days would each of you need? 1 week? 4 weeks? The girls just looked at each other and giggled. "No, father, we will each only need a few minutes, actually." "All right then. Your mother and I will visit each of your rooms tonight and see what you're up to. So good luck," said their father. That evening, the husband and wife visited their first daughter. She received them with a big smile and took them to her room, which was closed. "So, what have you filled this room with, my dear daughter?" asked the father. Without saying a word, the girl threw open the door. "Why, this room is empty!" exclaimed the mother. But her husband smiled as he took a deep breath. "What a wonderful fragrance," he said, pointing to the lighted incense in the corner. And turning to his daughter, he said approvingly, "You are indeed a smart girl. You have filled the entire room with fragrance and smell of the incense." "Oh, yes, of course, I see," said her mum. "Clever girl." The old man and woman then paid a visit to their second daughter. Much to their surprise, they found her sitting in a room which again appeared to be empty. She was singing a beautiful song. Her voice was so melodious that her parents entered the room and simply sat there listening to her song. At last, when the song ended, the mother said how much she enjoyed her singing. But then she added, "But your room is empty," she said in a complaining voice. The old man laughed and said to his wife, No, our daughter is very smart. She has filled the room with sound of a beautiful voice and her music." By the time the couple called on the third daughter, the sun had already set and it was getting dark quickly. Their daughter then opened the door and requested them to come in. This time the room was not empty. Instead, there was a single lamp at the center of it. Her mother became really excited and exclaimed loudly, How wonderful! You have filled this room with light. The father was now a very happy man. At last, his wife caught up with his smart daughters. All the daughters beamed with happiness when they were told that they would be all getting a reward for using their common sense and thinking the simplest, cheapest way to accomplish or complete a task that was given. So, my dear little ones, what can you say we've learned from this lovely story today? Well, for one, I have learned that common sense is very valuable. It means that we should always use our logic or common sense and think of simple ways to solve our problems rather than complicated or more expensive ways. This is the way the wise daughters solved the problem of filling the room. They bought nothing and spent no money doing it. Instead, they just used their sensible thinking. For example, if you needed to keep all your socks in one place in your drawer because it was all over the place and it looked untidy, you could either go to the store and buy an expensive box from a fancy store or make up one yourself by just using an old shoebox and some pretty wrapping paper to wrap it up in and make it look pretty. That way, you'd be saving your money and your parents' monies too, and you would have a box to put your socks in and prevent it from rolling all over the place in your drawer, and it would be pretty too. Let's look at our lessons again. Think of the easiest solution. Don't spend money unnecessarily, no matter whose it is. Think of the cheapest way to solve your problem. Always use your common sense. I do hope that you've enjoyed my story tonight, little ones. So from me, Aunty Vibhudhi, remember, love all people, serve all people, and serve all people with love. And promise me to keep smiling and be happy. Jai Sai Ram.